Hello, my dear YouTube friends, and I do call you friends. This video is all about treasuring friendships, true friendships. My dad told me when I was very young that if you can count your true friends on one hand, you are a very rich person. I know that to be true. Growing up as a child, we moved constantly. We never stayed in one place for a year. Usually a few weeks to a few months. And we went to new schools every time, and we traveled more in the summer than the winter, but I was very shy, and I had really hard time making friends. And even when I could make friendships, of course, we moved away, and then I lost my friends. So I never learned how to be very social, and I still have trouble with that a little bit. I do okay in small groups, but I have a pretty hard time in larger social settings, but I try. I put out my best effort to be more social. Anyhow, in junior high, when I was younger, we moved to Palm Springs, and I met a friend at school named Brenda, and Brenda became my first real friend. And we spent a lot of time together. We went to classes together. We went to the mall, and we went to the bowling alley, and a couple times we went to church, and have had a few sleepovers with her and at my house, and anyhow, we got really close. But then again, we moved, and I had to leave my new friend behind. So I didn't know I would ever see her again. But I was young and never thought about writing letters back then. In high school, my sister and my brother-in-law went to court and got me out of the foster home I was in, and brought me to live with them in Cathedral City, just outside of Palm Springs. And I went to high school in Palm Springs, and there I reconnected with my dear friend Brenda, and we've been really good friends ever since. All through these years, it's been 54 years since I met her, pretty close, and the first time. And all these years we've kept some in contact, some by letters, by phone calls, visits, and then Christmas cards when I, of course, as just like when I was a kid, I started moving away all the time. And so anyhow, when I moved away, we kept in touch by phone and Christmas cards every year. And then, I don't know, after probably 12, 15 years or so, I stopped sending Christmas cards out. And Brenda, she never stopped. She sent me a Christmas card every single year, always, and most of the time with a picture of her family and a little note. And even when I didn't contact her back, she still sent them. I could feel kind of bad that I didn't do the same for her, but it's done now. Over the years in my life, I've made many acquaintances and so-called friends, but I never had another friendship like her. Never. I'm sharing a little short video clip of her. She doesn't like cameras, but she agreed to meet you and have you meet her. Back in 2018 in April, because of my thyroid problems and what have you, and because of the Graves' disease, it caused me to have bulging eyes and double vision and a lot of other health problems. And so I knew I had to kind of stay put in one place for a while, so I rented a year's space at the Coyote House campground. I didn't love it there, but it was a decent campground for a campground. But anyhow, when I moved there, I got a hold of Brenda and we reconnected. And I came up to Tucson to see her. And it was like we were never apart. The friendship apparently we established was very strong. And over the years, it didn't get weaker. Even though we didn't have a lot of contact, we had some. That year, in 2018 and 2019, it was a very, very extremely difficult year for me. Shortly after I got there, my little service animal dog, Dolly, was mauled by a coyote and she died. That was very hard for me emotionally. And then I had a stroke. And within the same month, I broke my back. 2 weeks later, I broke my wrist. And in the last year, a little over a year now, I've had 4 major eye surgeries where they had to cut the bone all the way to the back of the socket for the bulging eyes and cut skin out, and anyhow, it's pretty major. And Brenda lived 120 miles away from me, and my sister lived in Washington. So I had nobody. I didn't have any real friends at that time living near me. And I had to do it all by myself. So after the eye surgeries, I couldn't drive, and right after I broke my back, I couldn't drive. So I took a bus to Tucson, and Brenda picked me up at the bus station and took me to all my medical appointments, and Brenda saw me when I was in rehab after I broke my back. And then she brought me home. Her and her husband welcomed me into their home. And also after every eye surgery, I stayed with them for about a week to 10 days each time. Brenda was really there for me. She was not only my friend, she was my nurse. She's my total caregiver. She helped me bathe. She fed me. She washed my clothes. She pretty much tucked me in. Made sure I got my medications and put the medicine in my eyes. And she was my eyes. I couldn't read. I couldn't even hardly see how to push the button to answer the phone. And her and her husband were so good to me and have been all along. And anyhow, Brenda has never failed me. And in all this, she has never asked anything in return. All I can give her is my love. That's all I have to offer. But she never wanted anything else. And that's a true friend. She's been there with me and for me through good times and bad times in my life. And I couldn't ask for a better friend, because I know that had it not been for her and her help and her love, I would have never made it through the last year. I could never have survived. And I thank my God, Yahweh, and His Son, Jesus Christ, Yeshua, who has kept me alive for a reason and blessed me and helped me all the way through. I believe, truly, that is to help others who are also struggling and feel lonely at times and don't feel that anybody cares or loves them. I do know that if I can find happiness and joy in life, and I can survive, you can too. I know who my friends are, and I will mention just a few. Some are nomads, and some are not. Many I thought were friends were not. In the last 4 years, I have met so many wonderful people. I can honestly say the Nomad community in the last 4 years has been more friends to me than any friends I have ever made in my life, maybe except Brenda, and a few others that I have met in the last 4 years are very good friends. And what I've been to and what I need to tell you is that when I struggled so much, I had to set up a GoFundMe account, and I had to have help. I had no money, and I couldn't even buy food at the time. So when I set up the GoFundMe account, I emailed Bob Wells of Cheap RV Living and asked him if he knew when he would be putting out the video of my cargo trailer. And I told him about the GoFundMe account. That very same day, he put up the video with the link for my GoFundMe account. And through that, you people, you good friends, have helped me through it all. I got enough money to buy a reliable vehicle, which is now my home, and pay the extra medical expenses I had that I could not pay if it hadn't been for the Nomad community. Because I couldn't have survived financially without that help. And I thank each and every one of you who helped me. And I am so grateful to the people that have given me emotional support, financial support, and all that you do. People like me that live in a very limited income. Although I worked 2 jobs most of my life and raised my kids pretty much by myself. But Social Security is not very much, and I never really made much more than minimum wage, so it's about the lowest you can get anyhow. But I've survived, and I am able to pay my bills and do everything I need on my Social Security. But for the extras, like the vehicle and the medical, I didn't have it. I couldn't do it. Anyhow, thank you so much for all your help, people. I want to first thank Bob Wells. Bob Wells, his help was amazing. And I want to thank Jan, who I met at my first RTR, and who has been there for me all through this time. And Brenda, of course, and NJ of Mike and MJ RV Adventures, and a person who found me on Bob Wells videos, Diane and Byrne of California Tea and Herbals, who has helped me a lot, emotionally, spiritually, and even financially lately. They they call me all the time and email me, and she's just so supportive. Anyhow, and they are the ones that encouraged me really to start the YouTube channel. I wish I could thank all the people that have helped me personally. I hope I'll meet many of you, and that I would be able to, I would like to try to set up a meetup in Quartzsite, maybe sometime after the RTR this year. And I can't make any promises, but I'll try. If you can carry anything away from this video, I hope you realize that true friends are a gift from God, and they're priceless. I can't think of anything that is more important than the love and friendship of people who really care about you and stay with you through the rough times and the good times. And I have those kinds of friends, and I never had it growing up, ever. So I'm so grateful for that, and many of you will become my lifelong friends, I hope. I met Letty of Living Life with Letty at the Van Build, and we're already becoming good friends, and I'm grateful for that. I just want to say thank you for watching. I pray that this video will help others who are struggling and feel lonely and lost, and please know that it doesn't have to be that way. Find some joy. Enjoy the people you're around. Make some connections. Keep those connections. Get a email address, a phone number. Text your friends. Say hello periodically, maybe once a month. And you can have lifelong friends, even as a nomad. Probably better friendships than you could ever find in a city, in a sticks and bricks. So I just want to tell you that I really appreciate your subscribing to my channel. Thank you for watching. Thank you so much for sharing the videos, and thank you, Letty, for sharing the video you did of us and about me, and thank you, all of you, very much. Please share with your friends if you think this will help them, and I love you all. You have a great day, and I'm looking forward to seeing you again. Thanks. Bye-bye. Hello, friends. This is my friend Brenda with her dog Max. And I just wanted to introduce her to you. Brenda, would you like to say hello to my friends?
Hi.
And then this is Ashford. And that's Sweetie over there. She has another cat. She's in hiding. She has a tortoise and a turtle, too. And her husband is not here right now, but his name is George. Anyhow, I'll be right back.